We also visited the hospital and spoke to the injured. Since yesterday evening, we had sought for the time of the district magistrate and the superintendent of police. There were many questions that the delegation wanted to ask them. They had initially agreed to meet us at 3 p.m. today, but both the DM as well as the SP, after we reached out to them in Karur, did not meet with us, did not answer our phone calls, and did not give us an audience. There are 5 questions that the NDA delegation specifically wanted to ask the district authorities and the state government here. First, the organizers, the TVK party, had specifically requested to hold the program at the Lighthouse Circle, Lighthouse Roundabout, which clearly can accommodate more people than the place where they were given permission to conduct the program. While the organizers themselves had requested for a larger space, why did the district authorities not give them permission to hold the program there, but gave permission in a much smaller place? The second question that we had to ask, which came about in multiple conversations with eyewitnesses, was with respect to the electricity failure. Many eyewitnesses told us that the minute Shri Vijay entered the premises, electricity went off, causing that such a large gathering was expected. Third, one lady specifically told us that the minute 1 or 2 minutes after Vijay started speaking, more than 200-300 chappals were thrown at him in an organized fashion. So who organized this chappal throwing which caused confusion? Were there certain political elements which caused this confusion deliberately? Fourth, few eyewitnesses also made very serious allegation that in the crowd there were some elements local who were not localites. There were a large presence of people who were not localites, and some of them, she said, were even carrying knives in their hands, and in the middle of the 10-15 minute confusion stampede, even tried to injure and tried to wound a lot of people. This is a very serious allegation by eyewitnesses that need to be answered. The final question is with respect to the intelligence failure of the state government. When the organizers themselves claimed that there will be 10,000 people, there were more than 30,000 people who assembled. Why did the state police not adequately deploy enough number of police people? Why they did not take adequate measures? And why did they not, most importantly, after the incident took place, why did they not take the injured to private hospitals that were in the immediate neighborhood? But why did they choose to take them to the government hospital, which was almost 25 minutes away? If the state authorities, this is a very serious allegation made by eyewitnesses, by the injured family members, that if the state authorities, district authorities had taken the injured to the nearest hospitals, many lives could have been saved. Why did they choose to take them to a 25-minute away government hospital? These are very serious allegations. We wanted to ask the district authorities these questions. They did not meet us even after multiple phone calls, emails and letter requests. The delegation comprising of all the 8 MPs has unanimously decided to move a privilege motion against the DM and the SP in the parliament because they have denied an audience to an 8-member parliamentary delegation and denied meeting us and giving us answers to these pertinent questions that the public is raising. Thank you.
So is there any time frame to submit the report?
We will all convene in Delhi in the next couple of days. As soon as possible, we will submit the report to the party's national president and the other authorities.
Any political transparency in the incident, sir?
Well, we wouldn't want to discuss anything beyond the questions we have asked. These are very serious questions. The primary responsibility of organizing adequate security arrangements for law and order rests with the state police. The 5 questions that we have asked, starting from permission to the choice of hospital for the injured, from electricity going off to chappals being thrown to non-localites present in the audience. These are all very serious questions. It is only the state government that needs to be answering these questions. The BJP Tamil Nadu unit has already made it abundantly clear that we seek a CBI probe. Today, Anurag Thakurji and the delegation has also said that an inquiry by a sitting Supreme Court judge will also lead to impartial inquiry and give answers. All the family members that we met today made it very clear to us that they do not believe in this one-person commission that the state government has constituted. Let me give you an example of Karnataka. Just 2 months ago, after the RCB victory parade that was organized by the state government, there was a stampede in Bangalore. More than 12 people died. Immediately thereafter, the state government, in a similar fashion, appointed a single judge commission. The single judge commission blamed RCB and not the state government. If you look at the history of these single judge commissions, no single judge commission, especially handpicked like how it has been handpicked by the state government, this time the CM here, has never given a report blaming the state government. This one-man commission, this judge commission is given only to give clean sheet to the state government and the authorities. Neither we have faith in it, nor do the people and the injured families.
Now, today, TVK President Vijay accused directly Tamil Nadu CM.
Sir, while we have watched his press conference, we have watched his video, he has asked pertinent questions. These are the questions we have also asked. But I also feel that when we met the families of the victims, most of them come from extremely poor backgrounds. They're all big fans of Vijay. As an actor, his fame, his prosperity, his career, it's all because of the blessings of his fans. We feel that he owes a moral duty and an obligation to support the fans and their families. We hope that he will do it. My final call is that I will take your leave.
Challenge to CM, if you need punishment from me, directly come.
I think all of us came from various states as a delegation to understand and to know what went wrong and what led to the stampede during the TVK party's rally here. Rather than getting answers, there are more questions raised, and it seems that the local government doesn't want to answer all the questions. They don't want to throw light on what went wrong that day, why the local administration refused to meet the delegation. It is not about one political party. We came from different political parties, and we wanted to understand what was the fault of the organizers, who gave the permission for the rally place, what was the police strength available, how many were sitting in the car and how many were in the duty. If there were about 30,000 people on ground in the crowd, how many policemen were managing them? We spoke to the various family members, and they very categorically said that they could hardly see enough people to manage the crowd. Couple of them, they said that few people came with the yellow rope and they started pushing people, but they were in the civil clothes. They don't know whether they were policemen or they were civilians. Now what happened, there is another allegation that people who have posted something on the social media, now those influencers are also booked by the state government. So on one hand there is a blame game going on, other hand the state government is trying to book and snub the people who are trying to raise the voice or questions against the state government. So do you think it's going to be free and fair if the single man commission will do the probe? It won't be fair at all. There are already question marks raised on his appointment. We have sent a questionnaire to the state government, to the chief secretary, a copy to the district collector, to send all the details. I hope and we request that it should be submitted back to us by this weekend, because we want to submit the report to our national president as soon as possible. We have set a target of 7 days, that within 7 days we will be able to provide the full and final report to our national president. Before that, we need all those answers from the state government.
Any NDA inquiry will give any CBI inquiry need?
No, we have said it very openly that we are not here for the blame game. We are not blaming one or the other. I think the responsibility of managing the crowd, giving the permission, safety and security of the people, intelligence lies, all these responsibilities lies with the state government and the district officials. Now the issue arises if the people have lost their 1.5-year-old child, 17 women have passed, young children have died, small children, young boys. We went to a house, there was a 29-year-old boy, he passed away. 1.5-year-old child passed away. A woman who passed away, the entire family was dependent on her. Her divorcee daughter, her grandchildren were, all dependent on her. Now she passed away. We request the state government to provide jobs to them. There should be a opportunity for them to earn their bread and butter for their family members who have lost their family members.
Any CBI inquiry recommendation, NDA inquiry?
We request, we feel a impartial, free and fair probe should happen. If a sitting Supreme Court judge can do it, then nobody will raise any allegation or raise any question mark. So I think that will be the right way to move forward. And if they write to the central government, I'm sure the CBI is also an independent agency. They can also do a free and fair probe.